Welcome students to the Fundamentals of Management and Economic lecture series. So in the previous lecture, you studied about what is management, the main functions of management, the core concepts of management, and who is manager and the managerial roles. And in today's lecture, I'm going to explain about introduction to organization and the organization environment. So first we look at the content of this lecture. First we discuss about what is an organization, then what is a business organization, classification of business organization, who are the stakeholders of an organization, organizational environment, SWOT analysis in organizational environment. Finally, we are discussing about corporate social responsibility. About the basic definition of management. Management is the art of getting things done through a group of people. Okay, so when we are consider about the definitions of organization, there are some relation between the management definition and the organization definition. So in the management definition, what we said is management is the art of getting things done through group of people. So in the management that involve with group of people. And in the organizational definition also, the Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary said it's a group of people who work together in a structured way for a shared purpose. Okay. So in an organization also, a group of people work together in a structured way. Okay. So the organization have to have a structure and for a shared purpose. Finally, they have to achieve a common goal. And when we are consider about this Stoner and Feynman definition, they said like an organization is a collection of two or more people who work together in a structured way to achieve a specific goal or set of goals. Okay. So again, the organization is a collection of two or more people. It's like a group of people work together in a structured way. So in a structured way means the organization arranged as in a structured manner and to achieve a specific goal or set of goals. So when we are consider about the another definition given by Robbins and Cowtler, they said that an organization is a deliberate arrangement of people to accomplish some specific purpose. It's also same, organization is a deliberate arrangement. It's like a structured arrangement of people to accomplish some specific purpose, some specific goals. So when we are consider about the common features of the organization, so when we are go through these three definitions, they are mentioned about three characteristics. One is group of people, and another one is they are having a structure and they are having a shared purpose. Okay, so these are the main three common features of an organization. For first one is people, and another one is structure, and another one is common objective or goal. So the people are the one who are involving into the organization. Structure, when we are consider about the organization have to have a structure. Okay, so the organization structure is a system that outline how certain activity are directed in order to achieve the goals in organization. So when we are consider about how we are consider about the information flows and how we are doing the reporting relationship, how we are dividing the workers into the specialization or according to the like division. So likewise, this organizational structure need to be changed. And the third feature is they have to have a common objective. So each and every organization, they must to have some common goals and objectives. So when we are consider about the relationship among the people and the structure are important in the organization. So these people are divided according to the organizational structure. Okay, so the relationship among the people and the structure is very important in organization. Okay, now we are going to look at the definition of the business organization. A business organization is a collection of individuals and deliberately structured entity which produce goods or services utilizing limited resources to achieve its specific goals and objectives. Okay. So when we are consider about all the definition, they are mainly consider about its individual or deliberately structured entity, like group of people who are working as in a structured manner and which produce goods and services. So in the business organization, mainly consider about to produce good or a service and utilizing limited resources. So when we are consider about the input to the organization, those are resources, but those resources are limited. Okay, so we have to think about how to use these limited resources to achieve the organizational specific goals and objectives. Okay, so when we are consider about the business organization, there are mainly three types of organization, like profit business organization, non-profit organization, and not-for-profit business organization. So in generally, business are designed to focus on either generating profit or improving the society. So the one objective is generating the profit, and another objective is improving the society. So when you are consider about the profit organization, the business mainly focus on generating profit. Okay. But when you are consider about this non-profit and not-for-profit organization, they are mainly focused on improving the social goods, like they are investing in education, healthcare, etc. Okay. So this this profit organization mainly focus on like generating the profit. But these non-profit organization or not-for-profit organization, they are mainly focused on improving the society. Okay. Okay. So when we are consider about the organization, we need to understand what is an organization and what are the activities or what are the standards, what are the elements in an organization. So when you consider about the organization have to have a structure. Okay. And also they are having some policies and objectives. Then they are having, the organization having resources and knowledge, and the information follows, like we have to report the information like different kind of management levels. And the relationship with shareholders. So there are different type of shareholders are there. We will look at that one later. An organization culture, organization have some kind of a culture, and they are following some kind of a standard, and they are having some contractual relationship, and they are having some governance. They are having some set of rules. So now we are considered how we can able to classification of this business organization. In the business organization, according to the which types, we can able to classify that one. Okay. So the first one is based on the objective. we can able to classify this business organization. So when you are consider about the objective, there are mainly two kind of objective, like making the profit or carry out the well-being of the society. So according to that objective, the business organization can able to classify. And the second one, based on the product also, the organization can able to classify. Like they are given like a service-based product, so product-based, or else they are doing some kind of a hybrid products, merchandising, manufacturing products. So based on that one, we can able to classify. And the third one is we can able to classify the business organization based on ownership. So the ownership means the business is carried out by one person or sole proprietorship, or that have to be maintained by partnership, or else that have to be maintained by state companies, like with the help of government. So likewise, you can able to classify according to the ownership. And based on the scales also, you can able to classify. So when you are consider about the scales, like you can consider we are doing some kind of a medium scale business or a large scale business. And state of production. So according to the stage of production, you can able to think about, you can able to do some assembling parts, like you can able to get the various components from different companies and you can route it together and do the assembly. So that is one kind of a production. Another one is you can able to take the raw material and separate it and make it as a number of products. Okay, so there are different kind of productions methods are there. So according to that one also, you can able to divide the classification. And according to the legal structure, like you can able to consider the company is owned as a public or a private, or like a semi-government. Likewise, according to the legal structure also, you can able to classify. And based on the liability, like the company have limited liability or unlimited liability. So based on that one also, you can able to classify. And next one is technology. So based on the technology, so in the current world, there are different kind of technologies are there. So based on the technology also, you can able to divide the business organization. So when you consider about the IT industry, some organization mainly focus on iOS development. Some organization mainly focus on Android development. So based on the technology, you can able to divide the business organization. And based on the market also, you can able to classify. Like you can able to do the marketing as a direct market, or you are doing kind of a e-marketing, or you are doing some kind of a mixed marketing. So based on the market also, you can able to classify the business organization. So according to these bases, you can able to classify the business organizations. Okay, so next we are look at what are the objectives of business organization. So when you are consider about the objective are those end results towards which the organizational activity are directed. So it's said by Coons and Ronald. So they said that objective are those end results. So at the planning stage, you have to consider what are the goals and objective. Okay, so at the beginning stage, you have to clearly define what are the goals and objective of the organization, and these objective are the end results. Okay, so at finally you can able to compare that one, the already predefined objective are achieved or not. Okay, so when you are having this objective, then you can able to easily direct your organization activities in a smooth manner. So when we are considering about this classification of objectives, objectives can be classified based on the level of significance and time horizon. So when you are considering about the goal, so it's a huge broad one. And when you are considering about the objective, you have to mention it in a achievable components. Okay, so you can able to mention that one based on the level of significance and the time horizon. So at the end of the organizational process, you have to like evaluate that objective is achieved or not. So likewise, you have to mention the objective. And in an organization, you can able to have multiple objectives. Okay. So when we are consider about some business organization, these are some examples of objectives. So one is profit maximization. So they can consider about how to maximize the profit. And the second one is long-term stability. And the growth of the organization, how to do the growth of the organization, and effective risk management. If anything happens suddenly, how to do the risk management, strengthen customer relationship, how to improve the customer relationship through some activities, and increase market share, increase sale growth, and technological improvement. These are some examples of objectives of business organization. So one organization can have multiple objectives. Okay. So next we are going to look at who is stakeholders. So what Jones and George said is, the stakeholders are the people or group that supply a company with its productive resources and so have a claim on and stake in the company. So stakeholders are the people or a group. So they are given some supply or just influencing in the company, in the productive resources, and they can claim the stake in the company. Okay. So the another definition, individuals or groups or institution directly or indirectly affected by the activities of an organization and who have an interest over it. So this group of people, they can influence directly or indirectly affected by the organizational activities. So when you are considering the organization, there are a different kind of activity have to be done. So to within that activity, some people are directly involved or indirectly involved. So those are the people we are calling stakeholders. So when we are considering about the type of stakeholders, so there are different type of stakeholders are there, like employees, customer, social and politic action group, competitors, trade and industry association, governments, media, suppliers, communities, shareholders, unions. So there are different kind of stakeholders are there. And it's like same like trade unions, general community, competitors, owners, financial institution, trade association, educational institution, debtors. Okay, so there are different kind of stakeholders are there. So when we are considering about the organizational environment, the Jones said that organizational environment is a set of forces surrounding an organization that have the potential to affect the way it operates and its access to scarce resources. So in the organizational environment, they are having set of forces surrounding an organization. So there are a set of forces and they are potentially affect the way of operate, its access and scarce resources. So the potential resources are, forces are anyhow influence in the organizational activities. So organizational environment is a sum totality of all the internal and external factors and forces affecting the organizational performance. So all internal activities and all external activities, it's a sum totality of that internal and external factors that affecting the organizational performance we are calling as organizational environment. Okay, so when we are consider about the classification of organizational environment, there are two major classification. One is internal environment, another one is external environment. Okay, so when we are consider about the external environment, we can able to classify further as micro environment and macro environment. Okay, so the macro environment is called as general environment and micro environment is called as task environment. So when you look at this picture, so this is the whole environment. So when you consider about the internal environment, they are having some kind of a goals, leadership, culture, process. The employees are belongs to this internal environment. So these are the one belongs to the internal environment and influencing in the organization. And after that, these two are external environment. These three are external environment, and these task environment mean micro environment. So in the micro environment, the forces are government, customers, suppliers, competitors, and bankers. Okay. So in the task environment or micro environment, the people are who are influencing to the organization directly. Okay. And in the macro environment, so they are having some economic environment, socio-cultural environment, technological environment, political environment. So these are the ones are indirectly influence in the organization. Okay. So when you consider about this economic environment, that inflation rate, interest rate, budget, monetary policies, those are the one influencing in the organizational decision. And also in the social cultural environment, democratic structure, ethnic structure, those are the one influencing. And technology, acquisition and development of information technology, communication and manufacturing technology. So how the ICT is influencing in an organization. And in the political environment, political structure and civil war, class struggle. So those are the things are involved. So when we look at the definition of internal environment includes the element within the organizational boundaries composed of current employee structure, culture, technology, leadership, and resources. So internal environment means inside the organization. So inside the organizational boundary, we are having some employees and we are having some organization structure, culture, technology, leadership groups, resources. So those are the ones are influencing in the organization. When you consider about the external environment, the external organizational environment includes all elements existing outside the boundary of the organization that have the potential to affect the organization. So the external environment means the factors influencing outside the organization boundary. Okay. So in the external environment, I already said we can able to divide as macro environment and micro environment. So in the macro environment, we are calling that one as general environment. It's the outer layer that is widely dispersed and affect organization indirectly. So in the macro environment, that have to be affect the organization in an indirect manner. It includes economical, social, technological, political, and legal and natural. So they are not directly influencing factor. Okay, so the economical factor or social, technological factors are the one, they are indirectly influence in the organization. But in the micro environment, we are calling that one as task environment. It's closer to the organization and include individual, group, and institution directly influencing organization, basic operation and performance. So it generally include competitors, suppliers, customers, labor market, financial institution, etc. So when we are consider about the competitors, they are directly involving. And also suppliers. Suppliers are the ones who are supplying the raw materials. And customers, those who are buying the products. Labor market, financial institutions. So those are the ones are directly influencing in the organization. Okay, so when we are analyzing the organizational environment, we are using the SWOT analysis. So SWOT means strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So a careful analysis of organizational environment is necessary to diagnose SWOT. So I already said S means strength, W means weaknesses, O mean opportunities and T mean threats. So when you're doing the internal analysis is to identifying the strength and weaknesses. So inside the organizational boundaries, you have to do the internal analysis. When you are doing the internal analysis, you can able to identify the what are the strengths and weaknesses of the organization. And when you are doing the external analysis, is to identify the opportunities and threats to build competitive advantages through high performance of an organization. So when you are doing the external analysis like outside the boundaries, you can able to identify the opportunities and threats. So when you are consider about this diagram, so in this horizontal type, they are mentioning the environment like internal and external, and the vertical side, the effect are mentioning favorable or unfavorable. Unfavorable. So if the environment is internal, and if you are having a strength, that is favorable. If you are having analysis the weaknesses, that is unfavorable. And when you are having the external environment, strength are the favorable output and threats are the unfavorable output. Okay. So when we are consider about one example of SWOT analysis for a business organization, so this is like positive and negative. So in the positive, you have to have strength and opportunities. So in the internal environment, you have to have strength. External environment, you have to have opportunities. And in the negative side, internal environment, you have weaknesses. External environment, you have threats. Okay. So when you are having the business or organization, they are having like so strong financial position, competent workforce, quality products, and they are having the effective leadership inside the organization, then those are called as strength. Okay. But in the internal organization, they are unable to meet the demand, and the company location is not suited for the production, and high turnover rate, or out-of-date equipment, high unit cost. Those are the ones, some kind of a weakness. Okay. And when you consider about the opportunity that come from the outside. Okay. So when a business organization having the opportunity of growing of existing market, then that is one of the opportunity. And untapped market. So there is any untapped market, they can able to tap that one and making a new products. And facilities from the government. So from the government, if they are getting any facilities, then that is also one opportunity. And any new technologies that is help for the organizational development, that also a opportunity. And decrease sale of substitute products. So if we are taking any kind of a products, sometimes we are having some substitute products as well. Okay, substitute product means if you are using a product, sometime we can able to use another substitute products for a same purpose. Okay, so if the substitute product prices are decreases, then decreasing the scale, decrease the scale of substitute product, then they can able to increase their product development. Okay. And when you consider about the threats, so that's coming from the external environment. Sometime a new low-cost competitors comes. So if a new cost competitors comes, then they have to lose some kind of a profits. And shortage of manpower, they are unable to get any suitable or enough manpower from the outside. That also one threat. And economic issues and new costly regulation, pricing material price. So the materials are given by the suppliers, and if the material price is going increased, then the production process also, like profit also, they have to have a different kind of cost, and they cannot able to set the profit in a higher margin. Okay. So these are some examples. This is one example of the SWOT analysis of the business organization. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about the evolving nature of the business organization. So how this business organization is evolved. So up to 1915, what happened is the business organization almost stable. They are having almost stable business environment. So the stable environment means there is no any changes, or changes happen slowly. Okay. So if they are having a stable environment, their economic is healthy, and also they can able to earn profit. So during that time, up to 1915, that business is stable. And during 1915 to 1960, they are having a changing business environment. So changing business environment means the business environment, they are having some changes, but when we are consider about the changes, that not completely surprise to the top managers. They can expect that one. Okay, they can expect and act according to that one. But when you are consider about 1960 to 1990, the environment is like a dynamic business environment. So dynamic business environment means the environment is changing rapidly. So if the environment is changed rapidly, the managers are react quickly, and the organization must flexible to response. So like when you consider about this time, the technologies and laws and regulation customer preferences. If they are changing rapidly, then they have to adapt to that changes. And after 1990, turbulent business environment. Turbulent business environment means when changes are unexpected or unpredictable. So sometimes if changes happen, the top managers not expect that change, and sometimes that not be predictable. Okay. So sometimes some technology breakthrough happens, then they cannot able to predict those kind of changes. Okay. And nowadays it's like a turbulent business environment. The changes happening rapidly. Okay. Okay. So when we are so in this lecture, first we talk about the organization, and we talk about organization environment. Okay. So the organization mainly have three features. They are having people, structure, and common objective and goals. So when you are consider about the organizational environment, the factors are influencing in the organizational activity. So organizational environment, you have main two category: internal environment and external environment. So in the external environment, you can able to further divide like micro environment and the macro environment. So what is this? What is the relationship between the organization and the environment? So the main factor that decide the nature of the organization environment relationships are these three. One is environment turbulent. So I already said now the environment is changing. The changes are unpredictable and unexpectable. Okay. So if these environment changes happen like unpredictable, then we have to think about how we can able to respond according to the changes. Okay. And environment uncertainty. So today the environment is stable on one stage, and sometime tomorrow that will be changed. And competitive forces. So when we are consider about the organizational environment relationship, competitive forces also one main thing. Like when you are consider about the competitive forces, like competitors, new market entrants, suppliers. So when you are consider about that one, if they are changing their policies, or if you are the customer changing the preference, or if the new market entrants are enter with new technology or low cost leadership, then this organization have to facing lot of problems. Okay. So when you take a decision in an organization, first you need to analyze the environment. Okay. And organizational goals and objective also need to be set according to the environmental setup. Okay. So the environment is one of the leading continuities that every organization should plan and or adapt. Okay. So anyhow, the organizational environment have to be changed rapidly. So organization have to be planned to adapt those kind of environmental changes. So in order to identify the environmental changes, you need to analyze the SWOT analysis. You can able to use the SWOT analysis. You can able to identify the strength, weakness, objective and threats of the organization according to the environment. Okay. So I already said when you are consider about the organizational objective, there are two main objectives. One is the organization able to consider about making profit, or else they can able to carry out well-being of the society. Okay, so this corporate social responsibility, we can shortly set like CSR. This corporate social responsibility and ethics as mean of strengthening the relationship between organization and its environment. Okay. So in the corporate social responsibility, the way a company manages and employees view their duty or obligation to make decisions that protect, enhance, and promote the welfare and well-being of stakeholders and society as a whole. Okay. So in the corporate social responsibility, the organization need to be think how to carry out the well-being of the society. Okay. So this definition is set by Jones and George. So how an organization can achieve this corporate social responsibility? So one is be a good corporate citizen. So if you are think about if an organization be a corporate citizen and that is helpful to the society, then that is the main important thing. And also ethical responsibility as be ethical, and also they have to obey the laws, and be profitable. So if you are having these kind of qualities, if an organization having these kind of qualities, then they can able to achieve the corporate social responsibility. So in your normally in your first year project, first year, you are doing some corporate social responsibility activities, like you are having some kind of a human value subject, there you are doing those kind of activities. So the corporate social activities are the activities you are mainly focused on the society well-being. So when you consider about the social corporate social responsible activities, you can able to do some activities like blood donation, or else you can able to do some volunteering in the community, like you can able to help to the rural area schools, and reducing carbon footprints, like you can able to plantations of tree, and you can able to give some charitable giving. You can able to go to the orphanage house and do some activities. So those are some kind of a corporate social responsibility. So here also they are mentioning some events that's related to the corporate social responsibility. And here they are doing some Siramadana, and they are doing preserving the water. So likewise, you can able to do some kind of a social, corporate social responsibility. Okay. So in today's lecture, what we did is, we talk about what is an organization, what are the main common feature of the organization, and who are the stakeholders of the organization, and what is organizational environment, and SWOT analysis. And also when you consider about the organization, you can able to classify it with different aspects. Finally, you are in this lecture talk about corporate social responsibility. So organization, they are using this corporate social responsibility in order to carry out the well-being of the society.